And the story would go, there's a husband and wife living together. Husband passes away. Wife is widowed. She's in the property. They have no savings. They had a little pension that went away when he passed away. The wife's in the house. She owns the house free and clear, but she has no money. Lender approaches widow and says, hi, sorry about the passing of your husband. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to give you a reverse mortgage. We're going to give you part of your equity right now while you're alive. When you pass away, you're going to pay us back, or your heirs are going to pay us back whatever money we gave you, plus the interest that accrued, plus a portion of your equity. It was called equity sharing. So mom does the loan. 5 years, 10 years, 15 years later, mom passes away. The heirs come in to get the equity out of their property. They call the lender. Hey, I'm selling this home. I want to get my equity. How much do we owe? Well, let's see. We gave her $100,000 plus interest accrued of $20,000. So that's $120,000. Okay, here's your check for $120,000. Time out. She also agreed to give us 90% of her appreciation. So you owe us $195,000. The property's worth $200,000. Here's your check for $5,000. That was called equity sharing, and obviously it was really bad. Ronald Reagan, 1988, introduces legislation. 1989, the first FHA insured reverse mortgage was done. Equity sharing went bye-bye. There were a set of guidelines that were put into place on day one that make this loan stricter, safer than any other mortgage in the market. They've remained in place from day one all the way through till today. And the guidelines cannot be deviated from even this much. As lenders, we must follow them to a T. They track what's called endorsements. Endorsements is when a lender loans money, they ship that off to FHA. FHA stamps insurance on it. That's called an endorsement. They track endorsements, every single one since 1988. We saw endorsements rise every year. This is the first question of the your test, by the way, so you might want to take notes on this one. We saw endorsements grow every year up until about 04, 05. They peaked at 114,000 units in 1 year, annually, in 1 year, 114,000 units. From mid-2000s up until current, we've seen those go down drastically, the endorsements, the number of reverse mortgages being done. Anybody want to guess why endorsements have gone down? All the way to 60,091 for fiscal year 2013, even less for fiscal year 2014 that just ended in September. Anybody want to guess why they peaked and then they went down? Any guesses? Yes, sir, you're in the front row, you can all the questions.
One of the reasons could be the market's already been built.
Yeah, market's already been milked. It's home values. And it happens that way. I'll get back to the office today. I'll have a voicemail from a client that will say, I want to do a reverse mortgage. Give me a call. I'll call him back. Hey, Mr. Jones, are you 62? Yes, great. Do you have a lien on your property? Yes, I have a mortgage. It's $200,000. Okay, great. How much is your house worth? My house is worth $500,000. Okay, great. That sounds good. Where did you get that value? Like, how'd you come up with that number? And they'll say, I have an appraisal. That's even better. Do you have a copy of it? Well, yeah, it's upstairs filed away. It's from a loan I did in 04. Let me go get it for you. I'll call you back. So he'll call back. Sure enough, yeah, when he did the loan in mid-2000s, it was $500. Then it went to $450. Then it went to $400. So his balance of his loan, he's making a payment every month. That much of his payment's going towards interest. That much is going towards principal. He owes $195. His house is now just depreciated to $250 or whatever. He doesn't qualify. There's not enough equity. That's the number one reason we've seen endorsements go down every year. It's not a lack of need. It's not a lack of interest. It's a lack of qualification. People that use their equity when going was good, when the values were all the way up here, they utilize that equity. Now there's not enough equity in the property to qualify for this loan. This is not a 2.5% down loan. This is not a high loan to value product. The borrowers do have to have equity in the home. And we're going to talk about how we calculate that and some estimates for how much they qualify for.